Did you like coins vanish deep in the system's maze? Financial freedom, did you know, was the only way to survive? To lie, the crash, the dips, they burn it all away. No, 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 no. Neon streets standing here, we're block to block, flickering screens, nowhere to hide. Robots rise, taking all our jobs. Crypto still surviving day by day. Will you ever break free from the chains that fiat made? I want your keys tonight. Burning money, feel the burning money. Spending this lonely night, stacking more. Tonight, burning money, touch me, burning money. Show me your games with your stash, burning cash. I could never trust the system. Did you feel buried in dead-end lies? You keep saying it's all going fine. Did you dream of no more banks, no more chains to bind, keeping us enslaved? Did you lie? Tell me how to break free from this night. Neon streets standing here, we're block to block, flickering screens, nowhere to hide. Robots rise, taking all our jobs. Crypto still surviving day by day. Will you ever break free from the chains that fiat made? I want your keys. I want your keys tonight. Burning money, feel the burning money. Spending this lonely night, stacking more. Tonight, burning money, touch me, burning money. Show me your games with your stash, burning cash. Give me sets, burning cash. Burning cash.
What's the second button? There is no second pass. How's it going, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to Crypto Chaos. And this the Crypto Otaku, bringing you the crypto, the chaos, and the news The guitar's really distorted today. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Everyone's back. Whoa! Go time in the chat. Strawberry Dragon's here. Hello again. Chaos the other way now, says Danny. That's right, Danny. We are going the other direction. Yes, we are. Look at that. Look at that. How's it going, Otaku? A guy in the house. Crypto Jared. How about the XCN today? Jasmine also did kill it too. Yes, dude, everything. Everything's crazy. Yes, thank you. My intro is dope. Yes, thank you. I'm trying. We're updating the stream almost every single day now. Growing ever so rapidly. Why? Why? Because I ain't got no damn job. That's why. I ain't making any more of these guys anymore. No sirree. What's up, everyone? Exciting afternoon. Yes, for sure. Milk Money. Very exciting day. Very chaotic day. That's right. What a great day. Oh, yes. What a great day. Big Pump says Heidegger. Yes. I don't even know where to start, guys. The whole entire space just blew up about 10% on average. Some even more. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. There's so much crap going on today. Oh, my God. How you guys feeling? What else are you guys excited about besides Bitcoin, XCN, and Jasmine? There's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot going on today. Of course, we're talking about the big one in the room. We did the open live stream today in the morning, right? We're doing the Crypto Chaos mornings now. It's pretty awesome. I've almost got all my assets ready to go to deploy. Maybe by the end of the week, I should have everything ready to go. We're going to be, of course, calling this the Crypto Chaos and Coffee, or Crypto Coffee and Chaos. That's what we're calling it. Crypto Coffee and Chaos show in the morning. We watched this morning blow up. It was crazy. It looked like it was just kind of reconsolidating up towards our bullish trend line. It was right here when we ended the stream, and then right after that, about 2 hours later, once the Chinese tariffs were supposed to go live, right? Which I think they did, but we interacted with them anyway in a negative fashion, and it blew up into what it is. This blew on up. Apparently, we put a 90-day pause on crypto. We released the 90-day pause on crypto, right? We've actually been in a pause, downward trend line for 3. We put a 90-day pause, of course, on tariffs. Tariffs, of course, have been negatively affecting our space for quite a while. Not just our space, but obviously the other space too. The big one in the room. Of course, we're talking about the stock market, the legacy TradFi nonsense. But anyway, crypto, right? So crypto blew up on this news, as you can see here, and it's pretty much just been like this for a while. What's really funny is it bounced right back up to our previous Monday super bull trend. We put this one out in the beginning of the week on Monday morning. This is crazy how that just completely went right back on target to that. And I hope this plays out. I'm gonna leave it again. I'm gonna leave it until it's completely invalidated. Now that we've created that embedded head and shoulders pattern we've been talking about, we've been looking at all freaking week, right? This entire thing finally shot up and blew up, and we finally got on top of it. It was supposed to be back here, but it took a little while, and now it's a totally different beast. This actually is a head and shoulders pattern, which is actually pretty negative. But we're not counting that one, are we? We're just looking at this one now. I don't know. But anyway, guys, it's drunken head and shoulders. I don't know. Drunken inverted head, and it doesn't matter. The patterns, of course, aren't always 100% on target. But anyway, so what's going on with the chat? What else are you guys excited about besides Bitcoin? Of course, we're going to get into the news and everything else, but I'm excited to hear from you guys because it's been a very, very positive day for everyone. Don't get too swept away by this, though, because there still is a lot of uncertainty in the future, although right now the current rumors are that Trump is in talks with China at this very moment, and they want to, have a deal. I've heard even rumors saying that Xi Jinping is going to be on the plane tonight, on the way to the White House tomorrow morning. So we don't really know until tomorrow really brings in what it brings. We are still sitting with a decent amount of uncertainty, but at least we know that the Trump administration does not want to watch all of our spaces burn. Okay, so with that out of the way, Let's take a look at the couple that were mentioned. We got Jasmine. Look at this. Look at this breakout on Jasmine. Isn't that funny how that always seems to work out right around those key time frames? Now, of course, I'm looking at 12 o'clock in the morning, a.m. We blew on up and out. This is the last time we looked at this chart was last night, I think. And yeah, look at that. Look at that. It's we came down a little bit from our peak today, but we are at 1 cent 18. One almost 1.25 pennies, right? We're talking about pennies here. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty good pump action on Jasmine on the day. Yeah, about 40% from the bottom. Holy crap, guys! That's no small feat for Jasmine. And finally, we're breaking out of this stupid trend. We've been in this highly manipulative structure now for months, and we're finally on top of that. Look at that. We're finally breaking on top of it, and I don't want to see us ever follow this ever again. So hopefully this will be it for Jasmine. We can just start building this all back up and yeah, swoop on around and get some of these higher target price levels, which we're looking at, of course, 7.5 to 8 cents target next. Right, what else we got? So we're talking about XCN too, right? I still have XCN up. Yes, I do. Almost around the same price action too. Look at this crazy candle. Wow, that's on the 4-hour. That's not even a daily candle. So that's a 50% to the peak today. That's crazy, guys. Wow. Exciting stuff for us today. I'm happy to see my portfolio is at least looking a little better. Still not the greatest, but a little better. All right. Strawberry Dragon says, "Dang it, Jasmine." I know. I'm sorry, Strawberry. She wanted to buy some more Jasmine. But you know what? All ships eventually sail. You got to get on the boat. You got to get on the boat, or you're going to be left behind. I'm sorry, guys. This is how it is. BTC looks like it had a double bottom, super bullish. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It definitely did. Look at this. Double bottom, boom, bada bing. And yeah, it bounced right off of that. What else we got now? Big Palm Sedegger had to come over here from the future to check out your live. Oh, he says he's streaming right now. Man, he keeps changing his times up, man. I can't keep up with him. Milk Money, what's up, everyone? Exciting afternoon. Intro zone is dope. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I've got tons and tons of more music too coming. BTC looks like it had. Yeah, all right, we already went through that. I'm all over the chat tonight, guys, too. It's, 5 trillion added back to the U.S. stock market in one day. Actually, I think it was like 1 hour, like 4 trillion within the first hour. It was nuts. What's the difference between the morning? Wild. Yeah, what a difference from this morning. Exactly. Nice Godzilla green candle on the S&P 500 today. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, speaking of what happened today, guys, I want to play a little something right out the gate. This was in the middle of the congressional hearing. They were going into emergency... into an emergency hearing about this whole tariff nonsense, and I caught a snippet of this. This was fun, guys. This is a Democrat, Mr. Horsford, representing Las Vegas, I believe.
If it's not market manipulation, what is it? Who's benefiting? What billionaire just got richer? And all the while, there are not even any Republicans left in this hearing. They all left because they don't even want to defend this. But meanwhile, the speaker is rushing to the floor to pass a budget reconciliation to screw America by passing the biggest tax cut in history.
We almost got it!
Of the American people. WTF? Who's in charge? Because it sure doesn't look like it's the trade representative. You just got the rug pulled out from under you.
So that happened today, guys. If you missed that one, that was crazy. It got pretty heated on both sides. Yeah, what he was talking about was when the Republicans left the room, it was because, just some context there, Trump had already given out that tweet saying that he was going to put a pause. And so everyone just kind of left a little early, right before, he got the chance to speak. But man, both sides are definitely animate. And how many times I got so giddy? How many times chaos was mentioned? Oh man, that's just a taste of what I got for you tonight, guys. This is a crazy, crazy day. Let's get into what else we got going on today? We got the metrics. Let's get into the metrics, guys. All right. So what are we looking at? Of course, on Kimba, the White Snow Lions, free. That's right. I repeat, free view of the live heat map on YouTube. Don't pay for it. Free.
Stupid?
Don't do it. Use that hard-earned cash and throw it into crypto. All right, so right now it looks like Bitcoin's coming down a little bit, consolidating down to about 82.5. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at right now, making a new range, because yeah, we liquidated the F out of a ton of people today. A ton of people got, yeah, their shorts handed to them. All right, so yeah, if we take a look at the chart here, we're going to clean this up tonight as well. Let's get back to the 15-minute. And yeah, of course, I'm tired of winning, guys. I'm so tired of winning.
We're gonna win so much, you may even get tired of winning.
I'm tired of winning.
Please,
No more winning.
Can't take it anymore.
Yeah, just bring Godzilla in one night, and so I don't have to win anymore. And what I'm talking about, guys, of course, we're on point again for our Crypto Chaos magic predictions at the end of our live streams every single night. We do these crazy predictions, and yeah, they always seem to, come true. Of course, playing out into our bullish narrative overnight, which is crazy. I did not see that one coming. I was calling more for a baseline target or a bear, but we got the bullish one anyway. And yeah, we actually landed right on the bottom of our baseline target and then flew on up towards the, our crazy Monday market live prediction. I cannot believe this is still not invalidated yet. Okay, well, I'm sure right around here it'll fail. At some point, it's got to be invalidated. There's no way that's going to happen. That's a $92,000 Bitcoin play right there. That takes us all the way back up to the road that takes us to 120K Bitcoin. All right, it could happen. Well, we'll see. Anywho, enough hopium and bias out of the way. Yeah, so it looks like we're range bound between about 85K, maybe 87K at the current moment. We'll have to see how tonight goes with the market, accepting it in the States. But the Japanese market's about to open up in about 45 minutes or less. And yeah, they're gonna probably buy up some of this momentum, maybe sell off the dip. I mean, it's not really dip. Sell off the pump. Yeah, well, my guess is usually when a market sees this much volatility, they're going to want to take some profits, come back down, and maybe retest 80K and then bounce back up. But you never know. This might be a game on event. Hey, investors in Japan haven't really allocated enough yet because they haven't really got a feel for the market. Yeah, we've already talked about it enough until I'm blue in the face about how Japan has started the fiscal year just 9 days ago, yeah, they're looking to invest in some serious shit. And now that the markets are starting to look a little better, that might be the day that they want to, sink their teeth in and go full ham. But yeah, we'll find that out later on tonight. But I'll check back on that in a bit. Okay. So, yeah, U.S. national debt sitting at $36.704 trillion, up about, about $6 billion from last night's live stream. It's been a while since we looked at the debt clock. I always like to check that out as well for the rest of the world. And China. Yeah, China's still sitting at around 15 trillion, 16 trillion. Who's counting anymore? Now, about half our national debt as well. Debt to GDP is still right around 100 for all the big players out there, if you believe China's numbers. I don't, but if you do, that's you, boo-boo. Public debt to GDP ratio sitting at 300% roughly for Japan. That's actually come up about 5 or 6% in the last 3 days, somewhere around there, because it was 85 last week, I think. All right, moving on. Doge tracker, nothing new to see there. Still around 140 billion. That's a drop in the bucket. And yeah, I'm going to show you guys poly market since we're betting on the recession now. After the current news today, look at this. We went down about 15% on a chance of the U.S. recession. This is, of course, the betting market, who has basically predicted almost everything, including the U.S. election win. Fed decision in May. How about this? No chance now. 86% now, up to 86. That was 65 just last week, right? Or just yesterday. Just yesterday, that was 65%. Okay. All right, so yeah, we're going into pretty much, we're probably not getting a rate cut anytime soon, unless, Trump and Xi Jinping want to crash the market tomorrow, or the next day, or the next week, or the next month, right? I mean, we've got this lingering thing that's going to be around for a little while, I think. Okay, fear and greed index for the stock market, looking a little better now, a little better. It was, of course, stuck at 4 for 3 days. We're back, flipped into a little closer closer to the fear line, but still not out of extreme fear just quite yet. We'll see how tomorrow's market open treats the market. And of course, Crypto Fear and Greed Index showing you that, let's refresh this one, and boom. Now we're just in fear in Crypto Fear and Greed, sitting out just about 40. We'll probably be back to neutral tomorrow, in my opinion. All right, the Dixie coming up a little bit on the day. Don't like to see this one, but the bonds did flip back to positive at the end of today on the backs of all this news. So yeah, keep that in mind, but it's still in a very strong downward trend in the 6 month. So yes, we're still going the right direction. All of our coins are pumping on the day. Pretty much everything you throw a rock at is up at least 10%. I don't even think, there's hardly anything that didn't make a 10% move today that I'm aware of. I mean, maybe Crow. Yeah, Crow. They only did 9%. Oh, no. Everything was up about 10% at one point, though. Jasmine, look at this. Jasmine's up about 20% on the day. Moved up a couple points in rank. Still not out of the 90s yet, but thank God we are away from the hundreds on Jasmine. Of course, I got to shield that every single chance I get to, man. I got it. It's one of my favorite coins. Ondo's up 20% on the day, too. Look at that big old real-world asset play is moving upwards. Even Polygon's up, guys. You can't shake even Polygon out of there. I know no one talks about Polygon anymore. So yeah, pretty much looking pretty good today. What's still down on the month, though? That's what I want to know. What is still down on the month? Not too much. Hex. Wow, it's been a while since we even mentioned Hex. Down still 40%. Is that dead finally? It's been a while. Yeah, I mean it keeps coming back from the grave, but yeah, it'll probably be back. What else we got? Render's up 33. I just talked about how that was down about 50% on the month yesterday. That's crazy. Now we're flipping that on the year. On the year, we're still looking pretty red, right? We still need to come up quite a bit more. But yeah, the biggest movers right now are still on the year. XRP holding in at 232%. And look at HBAR 63 and some other big ones out there that just kind of moved into the top 100 not too long ago. There's BitGet and Mantra. Mantra was one of the biggest movers on the year, actually. Okay. All right, so let's continue on. What else we got? Market cap for Bitcoin dominance. Here we go. We're still at 63, guys. Still at 63. You know what Michael Saylor has to say about 63?
This entire idea of like 60% dominance is bullshit, ridiculous, yes, stupid, right? Like, it's stupid. It's not 60% dominant.
Guys, it's stupid. Yes, I know it's stupid, Saylor. It should be 100. But you know, it's at 63 right now. Again, I have to beat a dead horse here every single day. We're sitting at around 60% dominance. This was the level that we started the bull run in 2021. So, coincidence? I don't know. You tell me. It is a different world, though, with, of course, mass adoption headed towards more the institutions and corporations, right? Okay. All right, moving through it, guys. Top 10 assets in our space, still looking at around about the same. Some things have kind of flipped a little bit more around. I think Tron flipped Cardano today, so now Cardano's sitting number 10. And let Chainlink moved up 1 or 2, I think. Toncoin in the middle there. Toncoin's definitely fallen down, as it was right behind Tron for a little while. And then, yeah, Avalanche coming back from the ashes, as it should. My gosh, this coin has been beaten to death in terms of price action. Less than $20. Man, this coin was 200 last bull run. 200, or maybe 120. It was 120. I'm thinking of Solana. Then Sui, of course, coming back up as well, back up to $2.22. And, of course, honorable mention going out to Jasmine, currently at 92 in market cap. All right, what else we got here? Of course, my favorite metric, guys. Every single day I tell you how much Bitcoin are left on all exchanges. This is it. 2.19 million. That's all of the, big cojones out there stacking sats and throwing them on the ETFs. This, of course, includes all the U.S. traded ETFs, right? All right. What's my thoughts on Otaku and the dip? The dip. Is it over? Says Crypto JPEG in the house. How's it going with Crypto JPEG? I would say not quite. I think we still have a little bit more dip left. Depends on how the Japanese receive the news. Again, we're going to find that out here in about 15 to 20 minutes. So you should start to see something happening, right? Something happening overseas. All right, but let's check up on the rest of the chat before I forget as well. Starting to think I should make some sell orders, says Heidegger. Oh, I mean, maybe you should. It might be a good time to get a piece of the action. But you know, don't go too crazy, right? Maybe take a little off the top, but. Yeah, we don't know how far this is going to go either direction just yet. Fartcoin is absolutely crushing it right now. I still can't believe that the farts are still going. I mean, I don't get it. But yeah, it's the only thing that's been pumping during this entire downside too. I've been thinking about Jasmine orders so much that I didn't want to bring it up. Jesus. Yeah. Strawberry Dragon says, do you still have your buy order for Jasmine? No, I don't. I let that go. I moved on. I moved on. I did. Is it still a good time to DC after today? I would say, you know, don't bet the farm, but yeah, it's not a bad time to be DCing right now and do some of your favorite projects. They could take off if we get again. If Xi Jinping is actually going to be on a plane tonight, yeah, I mean, all bets are on, man. We could have something, you know, at least started in talks with Trump and China, you know, tomorrow. What's your thoughts? Okay, yes, it does. You remember that dimension render yesterday? Yeah. Isn't that crazy how things just flip like that? Like it was nothing. Like it didn't even happen. Oh, like it didn't even happen. But of course, we know what happens because there's no second best.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset.
That's why we talk about it every day. All right. So anyway, speaking of which, Michael Saylor, of course, is not doing his buy-ins this week. They put a pause on it, which, you know, kind of stings because he could have had a really good buy-in the first 2 days of this week. You also have, GameStop still didn't do their buy-in as well, from what I've heard. Again, they missed the boat if, we do not swing back down. BlackRock also accumulating over 575,000 Bitcoin. Fidelity up over 200, and of course Grayscale as well. ARK shares now is outperforming Grayscale's second Bitcoin trust, the bitty bit, the smaller one, right? I forget what they call that one too. But that one actually just started flipping bitwise, which is, they're moving, man. They're moving. This is with, of course, their newest rule structure. It's been a while since we talked about this. We talked about it a lot last year, of course, because ETFs launched last year. But now everyone just kind of forgot they're even a thing. But it's huge. It's huge that we even have these guys. It's insane. Absolutely insane. But yeah, they're climbing. They're climbing even with their newest one that they had. Remember, they shed off about 600,000 Bitcoin off that originally. So things have definitely looking a lot different over a year now. Alrighty. Enough of the ETFs. Alright, well, of course, I want to show you guys the rainbow chart, the best indicator out there, to show you where we are in the market. It's also the most glitchiest thing to pull up on my screen. It's always crashing. But yeah. Right now, guys, is a perfect time to be buying. That's right, just shouting from the rooftops, buy Bitcoin. We're not even back to accumulation zones yet. That's between $100,000 and $137,000 Bitcoin. I cannot scream enough about this. It's nuts. Did you guys buy the dip yet? Come on, what's going on?
Stupid?
Oh my God. Geez.
I'd buy that for $1.
Did you take their orange pills? I mean, how much hopium do I gotta spread tonight? All right, I'll stop. But yeah, seriously though, this bull run hasn't even begun. Is there enough to really push us up now? Are we gonna be in a belated bull market? I would say that no one's cut their teeth hard enough on this yet that we haven't even begun, and it's so manipulated. Like I just showed you that clip from Congress. Yeah, I mean, everyone feels that. Everyone feels that. Like 80% of the wealthiest people in the United States are like the top 1%. Hold 80% of all the U.S.'s wealth. I mean, it's crazy manipulated, guys. Don't think it's not. And I think the last time I checked the wallets too for Bitcoin, it's been a while since we looked at that. Let's pull that up real quick too. If I can find the damn thing. Oh, there it is. Top 100 richest wallets. All right. So yeah, last time I checked this one with you guys, there was only like a million wallets holding at least one Bitcoin, and we don't even know. Again, that may not be individuals, right? Even individuals, less than a million addresses hold at least one Bitcoin. And again, I have multiple wallets. I'm sure you guys have multiple wallets. So this is still way early, where we don't even have 1 million people holding at least one Bitcoin. And right now it's $100,000 or less. I mean, it's crazy, guys. It's gonna be, if you hold one Bitcoin in your entire lifetime, you are going to be a legend. You're gonna be a freaking legend when this rat race is over. Okay, so yeah, of course I gotta shill the Bitcoin rainbow chart. Top 10 assets in the world. Let's refresh this real quick because Bitcoin moved up ahead of Saudi Aramco. Yes, it's still there. Look at this. We flipped Saudi Aramco again, headed for silver, and beyond. So yeah, we'll probably flip silver hopefully next week. Hopefully by next week, if we keep this momentum going. Silver's fell a lot. I'm really surprised in the price action of silver. We were talking about this morning on the live stream as well. Jim, was it Jim Geringer? I forget his last name, but Jim here on the live stream in the morning show, him and I were talking a lot about silver and how basically it was dumping for Bitcoin and gold, which is really radical if you think about it, because silver's been appreciating like crazy. Everyone's been running to silver. But anyway, of course, yeah, we're coming for you, Alphabets. We're coming for you, Amazon, Nvidia, Microsoft, and Apple, and of course, eventually gold. Yeah, like we just covered yesterday, what was it? Matt Hogan said we are eventually going to flip gold, and he thinks we're going to flip it this year. This cycle. He said this cycle, maybe not this year, but maybe next year, because we might have a belated or delayed cycle. All right, enough ranting and raving. Of course, let's get to the news, and of course, the big one the big one for the day, of course, is the 90-day tariff timeout. It's on timeout, guys. He put everyone in a corner. He said, just chill. Just chill. Everyone chill. Of course, on the backs of the crazy chaos we saw today in Congress. Bitcoin jumps to 83K after Trump's surprise tariff freeze triggers 592 million in liquidations. Yeah. Crazy. CFTC orders crypto prosecution slow down following the DOJ's explosive policy overhaul. Yeah, we talked about that, I think it was Monday. Basically how they're cutting the enforcement for crypto in our space. So they're pretty much cleaning house a little bit. We got some news on that too. A little bit more in detail, especially when it comes to NFTs and your favorite meme coins. You guys love when I talk about that stuff, right? BlackRock also continues to offload $254 million in Bitcoin on Coinbase. What is going on? We're going to look at that as well. What other some headlines we've got today? Danny Masterson net worth. Why? We're going to, of course, look at the OpenSea thing I just mentioned. I got that pulled up. There was one thing I wanted to point. Oh yeah, look at this, guys. Look at these headlines. Penny crypto to reach $1 before Shiba Inu and Dogecoin to 2025. Which token has the strongest use case? Are they talking about Jasmine? What else is a penny right now? XCN? What else is a penny right now? Swiftcoin? What else is a penny right now? There's a lot of penny cryptos, right? A lot of penny cryptos right now. So which one they're talking about? Is Cardano a penny right now? Oh, no, it's 58 cents. What is it? Shiba Inu, it's not a penny. Doge, or Immutable X. Okay, we're talking about pennies. So again, watch what you're reading, guys. These headlines are not nonsense, just predatory, just trying to get people to shake their, their bags away. Right, shake the coins out of their wallet. All right, let's catch up with the real news I pulled up. BlackRock offloads $54 million in Bitcoin on Coinbase. What is going on? Strange things continue to happen in the cryptocurrency market with each new twist in the roller coaster ride. It seems like nothing else of the magnitude can happen to surprise the market participants. But here we are, as reported by Lock On Chain, BlackRock, a $10 trillion, I think it's more than $10 trillion now, financial mastodon, an issuer of the most successful ETF in history. That's right, the Bitcoin ETF is the most successful of all ETFs in history. And it has been for a long time, since I think before the middle of last year, by the end of the first quarter last year, we already got that anointed title. Focused IBIT is to be exact, and has just dumped an astounding 3,296 Bitcoin, which is equivalent to about 254 million on Coinbase, the leading cryptocurrency exchange in the United States. This is why I keep telling you guys, we keep staying roughly around the same for about a few weeks at a time. So they are, of course, loading up on Coinbase in particular. Is it worth saying that such a move is perceived by the market participants as very bearish and worrying sign? I mean, and to me, if I were to read that, I would say no, not really. But maybe the average person doesn't. That's why I'm here to explain this to you, right? So BlackRock deposited 3,296 Bitcoin to Coinbase Prime 2 hours ago. This was probably a few hours ago, about 8 hours, so about 10 hours. About 10 hours ago. There's logic behind this fear, and it's interesting too, because 10 hours ago, we did not even have that move by Trump. Again, a lot of weird stuff happening right before all of this is said and done. Everyone in high power has, of course, all of the advantage and manipulating the market. There is a logic behind this fear, and even though the two rarely go together, the thing is that the common sense of the crypto market participants, large shifts to centralized platforms is seen in the intention to sell by a large holder. It is probably not, but it seems to be since that the Bitcoin ETFs in January 2024 have not seen much of a move on the behalf of the BlackRock. Given that the current conjecture mess with the U.S. economy, so they don't even know what's going on with this when they covered it pretty much. Of course, not said that the fund itself is getting rid of crypto holdings, but rather that the ongoing outflows are forcing the sale of an underlying asset. As of now, BlackRock still holds 572,000, or the equivalent to about $44 billion of Bitcoin. And I'll be surprised if they did something with this in a long or something like really risky on the backs of the news. Because I've been reading stuff today too. I got something pulled up for you in the real news segment on Twitter about some crazy longs, guys. Like someone bet like 100 million long, and what they pull out? 254 million. So maybe that was part of that. I don't know. Some rich folk they got high power in high places. All right. Okay. So U.S. lawmakers clash over Trump meme coin launch and crypto regulation. Of course, everyone's still attacking Trump on the Trump meme coin, which I still, personally, I'm just like, what? WTF, man? Come on. Why'd you do that right as soon as you're getting in office with a huge crypto policy? Anyway, crypto industry advisors were keen to push ahead with the legislation of the meeting of lawmakers on Wednesday to shy away, not shied, but shied away from one topic. President Donald Trump's meme coin launch on digital asset ventures all agreed. The regulating the fast-moving space was necessary, but when it pressed on the U.S. House of Financial Services Committee on Trump's potential conflicts of interest, speakers were quite quick to skirt the issue. The hearing aimed to clarify the regulatory and other issues to the burgeoning, I don't know, man, digital assets industry, but questioning from Democratic and more pro-crypto Republicans reflected the differing attitudes between between the two major U.S. parties. Democrats took particular the issue of Trump's personal crypto initiatives, which have raised concerns about him using his position to advance his business goals. Ahead of his inauguration, President Trump launched the meme token, official Trump, which shot up in value and then crashed hard. I mean, it went up to like almost $80, was it? Something crazy. And it was even in the top 10 at one point. It was stupid. It was stupid. And as Americans wonder if they would be able to afford retirement or afford groceries, Trump is sitting up pretty, Maxine Waters says. Oh, it's one of our favorites. Oh man, I got some Elizabeth Warren stuff for you guys today too. That's some funny stuff coming up later. We need to stop Trump before he takes any steps further on crypto legislation. She continued, claiming President Trump had doubled his wealth via various crypto ventures over the past year. I don't know about doubled his wealth. Maybe I don't know. I don't look at the person's, the man's finances, but. Again, it was very, very skeptical even for me at the beginning of the year when it wasn't just that. It was World Liberty Financial. It was the Melania token and the Trump token, and of course all of the other stuff that's going on behind that no one even talks about except for us, right? Like Bitcoin, Metaplanet, right? Metaplanet over in Japan. And of course, Eric Trump being on the chair over there. We've got so much in the family that definitely they have an advantage. They definitely have an advantage. Alexandria Thornton, Senior Director of Financial Regulation at the Center of the American Progress, said that she is not could not comment on the president's business ventures, but it was added that fraud still existed in the space. Can you say that he's frauding though? I mean, that's a gray area. Lynch added, it is also notable that under the Trump administration, the SEC has dropped almost every lawsuit against some of the worst offenders in the crypto industry. Trump's Solana-based token, Trump, is now nearly 89% down, from its January high. Some members of the Democratic Party have argued that President Trump is too involved in the crypto space and is unfairly making money. Lawmakers are currently deciding on how best to move forward with regulating stablecoins, digital tokens pegged to the US dollar, and other non-volatile assets. All right, so again, there's bias on both sides, right? So my biggest takeaway is, if you're a president, it's not good optics, but it's a gray area. I think it is what it is. If I made a token right now, I think it would be no different. The president made one, right? Maybe not. I like to look at both sides. I don't know. Financial watchdogs have scrapped cases against Kraken, Coinbase, Robinhood, and others. The SEC has also launched a new task force. Commissioner Hester Pierce and has rescinded the Staff Accounting Bulletin SAB 121 bill, which of course required companies to record a liability and a corresponding asset for crypto assets held on the behalf of its users. Cryptics, that's why I think MEXC's coming back to the States, man. That's what I get excited every time I hear about, us crushing regulation. Critics, including Pierce, argued that the guidance added unnecessary complexity and created an uneven playing field for crypto platforms. It does make it simpler, as we're going to get into the next one, guys. The next one I'm going to segue, of course, is OpenSea. Pushes the SEC to clarify that NFT marketplaces are not exchanges or brokers under the U.S. federal security laws. This one's really interesting because that would pretty much mean that it's all free reign. I mean, it's all, and those assets could also be applied to anything. As we keep talking about more and more NFTs making their way into the likes of video games and how that's going to change the entire space, we need clarity. We need real clarity, and I think this is the best way to start in terms of NFTs and memes. I mean, obviously, that's kind of what's going to be used for these gaming platforms. Okay, so the leading centralized NFT market. Where the hell did they send me? Theblock.co. Man, this is a jank website. Okay. The leading centralized NFT marketplace is pushing the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission to clarify the NFT marketplace do not qualify as exchanges or brokers under federal laws and securities. OpenSea General Counsel Adele Thayer, I don't know, and Deputy General Counsel Laura Brookover made the argument in a letter to the Commissioner Hester M. Pierce on Wednesday. OpenSea, the leading centralized NFT marketplace, is pushing the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission to clarify the NFT marketplaces do not qualify as exchanges or brokers under the U.S. federal securities laws. Yes. In February, the SEC dropped an investigation on OpenSea, and amid a wave of regulatory reversals under a more crypto-friendly administration. We, of course, covered that yesterday or the day before. And as part of the President Trump's first official acts, he directed the agency to clarify its position on crypto and set up crypto task force. For years, the SEC has been criticized for its policy on regulating by enforcement. Of course, we just got rid of Gary the goddamn Gensler, Gary the goddamn Goblin Gensler. I'm sorry. Yes, of course they're bringing him up there. The agency cooperated as all cryptocurrencies bearing Bitcoin were under the remit and subject to security laws. The Division of Enforcement's previous move to extend the exchange of broker regulations, the OpenSea, appeared to be focused more on expanding the commissioner's jurisdiction rather than on addressing the particular risk profiles of NFT marketplaces and considering whether existing regulations are relevant to those risks. OpenSea General Counsel Adele Thayer, Deputy General Brookover wrote in Wednesday's letter, OpenSea encourages the Commission to reject that approach and instead let the actual issues guide the regulatory solutions. In addition, the Commission's past enforcement agenda has created uncertainty. We therefore urge the Commission to remove the uncertainty and protect the ability of the U.S. Technology companies to lead in this space, they add. Oh, man. Right. Okay. So, it looks like Superfluous argue that the broker designation is superfluous for exchanges that like OpenSea because the underlying risks of the conflicts of interest, financial instability, and misconduct are absent in the crypto ecosystem. NFT marketplaces do not hold to facilitate the flows of funds or assets and cannot commingle them, making capital requirements and financial record keeping irrelevant. Moreover, OpenSea does not recommend investments or execute transactions on behalf of its users. So they made the statement as well. Likewise, OpenSea should not be regulated as a trading facility like the New York Stock Exchange because the transaction execution is handled by an immutable smart contract, and the platform does not meet the exchange's Act's multiple sellers requirement. Again, if it's not security, you shouldn't need a broker dealer, right? And you can't have a contract broker dealer license for every single token that's going to be on these freaking blockchain video games, man. We're talking about thousands and hundreds of thousands, millions possibly per second of items swapping back and forth between players, between the environments, into the players' wallets and hands and whatever. I just see a huge issue with that in the future if we just do not rip the Band-Aid off right now. That's just my opinion. But yeah, and of course that one space as well. All right. So yeah, that's what's going on with OpenSea, and just trying to get a little bit more regulatory clarity out of the SEC. And I think they're going to get it. I think it's pretty clear that they're going to get that. All right, what else we got? Critical session on cryptocurrencies held in the U.S. House of Representatives. Here is the result. This was put out 2 hours ago. Kind of breaking. Hearing of the cryptocurrency market structure reform held in the U.S. House Financial Service Committee saw a strengthening of bipartisan consensus on the need for regulatory clarity and updated disclosure regimes for digital assets. According to Fox Business correspondent Eleanor Terrett, lawmakers agree that a legal framework is needed to create a project, the crypto industry as well, the other areas that can interact with it. One of the key topics of the session was to at what point assets could be classified as commodities, or whether the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, the CFTC, should be given broader powers in spot markets. Members of Congress noted that these are issues that are not at core of the current legislative work. One notable concern for the Democratic camp is that President Donald Trump's involvement with the cryptocurrency market could complicate the legislative process, a view shared by some Republicans. Representative French Hill said last week that the Trump family's involvement with the meme coins and stablecoins companies work. Okay, we already mentioned that. We already talked about all that. On the other hand, witnesses also said the Securities and Exchange Commission application for the Howey test on digital assets fell short. Exactly what we've been talking about for the last freaking 4 years, especially with regard to the secondary market transactions. The session also brought up the potential use cases for blockchain technology in sectors that, other than finance. More of the details on how blockchain can be used, especially in areas such as agriculture, are expected to be discussed with upcoming crypto session of the Agricultural Committee. It is stated that these sessions are the beginning of the market structure session, and in which draft laws on market structure begin to take shape. The first drafts are expected to be presented to the public in the coming weeks. This is not investment advice. I like that last part. And I'm still very, very furious that they didn't come out and say how much Bitcoin they're holding, how much, Cardano and XRP and all these other. They said that it was supposed to be announced. What was it, Monday? That was supposed to be Monday. I'm heated. All right. Let's check back in the chat real quick and see if we are caught up. Ryan Miller's in the house. How's it going, Ryan Miller? What is up, my guy? What is up? What is up, Ryan? Did you catch some of the chaos today? We got a ton of chaos today. We're about to get through more of that too in the real Twitter, the real news Twitter segment. Matt Adams also saying dystopian future in the win for the win. Yes, might have to light a Benny. Yep. You know it. I just went to the bank on Monday. You know it. God. We're lighting up some bennies, and of course, with the crypto chaos magic, we have to. That's how we win, guys. That's how we're doing it every single night. All right. So what else we got here? This is Crypto Newsland. We're looking at some of the headlines. I want to refresh and see if anything is breaking. Best gaming coins with 100x investment potential. Whoa, look at this, guys. They're grabbing you. They want you to click on it so bad. But of course, it's just hopium and FUD. Hollow price predictions, all hopium and FUD. Bitcoin dropped 17% from its peaks. Oh wow, that's all old and FUD. What's this? FreedX secures the SP license in El Salvador. Candy, it was a Candy Supercharges Web3 mobile game. Interesting. Nothing really like shaking, breaking news today. Right now in the hour. Let's refresh CoinDesk and see if anything new there. Of course, I can't click on anything on Coinbase, so they want me to buy a subscription. Don't pay for something you get for free, right?
What are you, stupid?
All right, of course, the news should be free. Crypto News Spotlight. Let's see, cryptonews.com. Anything new there? And yeah, we're probably ushering into the new, the real news on Twitter here soon. French and Italian regulators submit DLT recommendations to the European Commission. Bitcoin and altcoin spot trading volumes decline amid market volatility. Yeah, this is all this is old news. All right, where's all the juicy stuff? Of course, we got to go with the real. U.S. Senate confirms Paul Atkins to lead the. Yeah, that's old too. That came out. What was that, like 6 hours ago? Ethereum researcher Virgil Griffith released from prison. Man, there's really nothing else that outshines the whole tariff chaos. As Michael Saylor's strategy built on a house of cards. I love it. I love these. They want you to get shaken out, guys. Don't fall for it. Bitcoin price could rally even as global trade war rages on, and here's why. Yes, that was from yesterday. And I 100% agree with that. Of course, we covered that as well. Man, we really got to go through this hoop just to get to, just to get the daily coin. Wow, I guess we're not going there anymore. Everyone's getting shut down. What the hell? President Trump's crypto head Bo Hines says the White House ushering in golden age for digital assets. Ooh. That's a grabber. Sizable bounces coming for Ethereum. Rival Solana as Sol flashes bullish reversal signal. Yeah. Everything's got a bullish reversal signal right now. Veteran crypto trader says that the bottom could bottom out at a certain price. Yeah. All right. I'm kind of over the news, guys. At least the legacy news. We got to get to the real news here. President Trump's crypto buying Will Hines. I feel like we already talked about this yesterday, but let's see what they got here. As stated, Hines, according to Fox, at the end of the day, the largest players or the smallest players want to be operating in the United States. They just need a clear set of rules and to abide by to do so. We've been in the demolition phase, removing a lot of these barriers that Biden regime put up, and the people can actually start building back here in the United States. My main message to players in the crypto space has been, welcome home. We are going to create the most pro-crypto friendly regulatory environment that anyone could possibly imagine, because we understand how important it is. The innovation is here in this space. According to Hines, the Stablecoin Transparency Accountability for the Better Ledger Economy Stable Act would establish a clear regulatory guidelines for dollar peg stable crypto assets and could be the first truly meaningful piece of legislation signed by the Trumps during their second term. His second term. I think that Americans will see that once the stablecoin legislation is through, once the regulatory framework is established, the way in which we move money will be changed forever. You will see that all Americans will have better access to quicker payments and better access and to transparency. That's scary. That kind of sounds like you want to, build CBDCs on top of some stablecoins. That's what that sounds like. Yeah, I mean, this honestly, this should have been sorted out last week. We got the stablecoin kind of committee going on Friday into Saturday. And again, nothing really, got passed from that. All right, moving on. What else we got? I think that's it, guys. We're going into the real news. I've had enough. I'm sick of it. All right, so guys, if you are still hanging around with me tonight, please like, subscribe, do all the things down below if you like what you're seeing here today. And also, tomorrow morning as well, we're doing our live stream mornings with Crypto, Coffee, and Chaos coming up tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. with the market open every single day. Weekday, that is. And of course, I'm on Twitter too, bringing you the same sort of content on a different platform. And eventually, I'm gonna start streaming on there too live. I gotta finish building my assets for the other channel too, or the other show. It's the same channel. Anyway, so what do we got here tonight, guys? What do we got here tonight? Let's catch up on the chat before I scroll down any further and tease you with some more chaos. Gaming NFT on blockchains are going to be huge, says Heidegger. I 100% agree there. Gaming is going to change our space like you wouldn't believe. It's going to pump so many bags too, and you don't even have to hold any gaming projects. Literally, it's going to pump up like Ethereum like crazy, and Sui and Solana. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. And guess what? I'm sure they're going to have there's going to be a Bitcoin game or something like that to be built on Get Bitcoin, if there isn't one already. Yeah, with like ordinals and the likes of that. Still here, says Danny. Yes, Danny's still in the house. My favorite Vegeta is still here. Of course, I'm talking about the one with the goatee and, of course, the fine tan. Thank you for the update, says Milk Money. Good times, good times. Hopefully, better times are ahead as well for all of us in our space. Is the doom over, says Dialer. Not since you're here. We're not over with the doom yet. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. I mean, don't push. It's not an emergency, but yeah. Okay. So let's get into some of the stuff that happened today on Twitter. Look at this, guys. Elizabeth Warren came out today, and she said some crazy stuff.
Your reaction to the tariffs being pulled back?
Understand. Chaos?
Chaos? What?
It costs everyone in the United States when the president does an on again, off again, on again, off again, on again, off again, which causes investors to back up and say, I'm not opening a factory here, because nobody knows what the rules will be.
All right, I don't want to play the whole thing and hurt you guys' eardrums. But yeah, Elizabeth Warren came out and she said my favorite word. Almost everyone in Congress said chaos today. Almost everybody. I couldn't count. I couldn't keep count, man. Couldn't keep count. She also was on CNBC with Joe this morning, too.
This is almost like part two. Remember our last conversation about price gouging. So now you got another way to say that corporations are doing that.
Well,
but egg prices came down, inflation came down. It seems like the corporations only gouge when you say they're gouging, and then they're unable to at other times.
So I know you don't want to listen to me on this, but listen to Jerome Powell on this. The example he gave on Friday was from the last time that Trump's tariffs went into effect. And he said there was a tariff on washing machines. No surprise, the price of washing machines went up. But the shocking part is the price of dryers went up as well, even though there was no imposition of tariffs on those. You tell me what that is, except for price gouging.
Trying to figure that out. Unless you have a clothesline, out back, you need the dryer, though, Senator.
Well, you need the dryer, but the price doesn't go up on dryers. The cost of dryers didn't go up.
Growing up.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just completely derailed her.
I love the way you're changing the subject here. That is an example of price gouging.
They told me we had less than a minute.
They
said we had less than a minute left.
Now they say we can keep it going.
Now we can keep it going.
Now we can keep
I don't want to keep it.
He didn't even want to keep her on the show for more than a minute. It was so funny this morning. Unfortunately, we didn't get to catch that one during our morning live stream. The time, man, the times are crazy times we're living in. And then I want to thank Penguins, man. They negotiated with the 90-day pause of tariffs, and I'm definitely welcome. Thank you, Pudgy Penguin. Thank you very much. Oh my God, you can't make this crap up.
What
guys.
are you, stupid?
Oh jeez. But anyway, President Trump says that China wants to make a deal, and they're in the process of figuring it out. That's what he said about 5 or 6 hours ago. That's again what the rumors are saying anyway. We also have how many times are you guys about to dip today? Huh?
More.
200.
Quite a few times.
50 times?
More.
100 times?
More.
200 times?
More.
500 times?
Probably. Quite a few times.
Yeah, definitely quite a few times. Breaking: Trump has officially implemented the 90-day pause on all tariffs. This is exactly what happened today about 7 hours ago. But he had also increased the tariffs on China 125%. That's what they're looking at today. Again, if they do not, come to the table. They're not coming to the table. And so I think they're basically just kind of evening each other out, basically back to where they were. I haven't done the math. I'm not no mathematician, but I mean, if he's at 84 yesterday, and now we're at 125, and we want to balance the game here, I think we're just going to keep playing these silly number games for no reason. It's kind of nothing, really. It really is kind of nothing in the end of the game. If China wants to escalate, they have to do $760 billion in U.S. treasuries to dump, says Samson Mao. Jesus. So how many Bitcoin does the U.S. hodl? This is exactly what I was talking about yesterday and today. I'm so mad they still haven't come out and told us. The 30 days are up. That's right. The 30 days are up. How many do we hold? How many does our government hold? Do we even trust that we hold any? Like Fort Knox? How many gold bars they got in Fort Knox? I still need to know that too. Oh God. Just in $75 million worth of Bitcoin shorts liquidated in the past 60 minutes. This was, of course, on the backs of that news as well, in the heat of it. That's right. That's a crazy number, man. $75 million worth of Bitcoin shorts in just an hour. Bitcoin is the best idea. There is no second best. Of course, Michael Saylor reminding you every day.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset.
There's no second best.
What's the second best? There is no second best.
Thank you, Sailor. Breaking sources of the ground say that there is a mad rush of people suddenly trying to convert yuan to Bitcoin. I did not. I wanted to check this one on live for you to make sure this is actually legit as well. Replies has been posted as skeptical. Report contributing on the same day notes as the yuan declined. The U.S. the Chinese trade tensions with tariffs. Yeah, so it's just a claim. But of course, there is always that flight to safety with Bitcoin. Alrighty, all right. A crypto whale is long on Bitcoin with 100 million. This is what I was talking about earlier, guys. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? There was a transaction where someone did $100 million long on Bitcoin right before this all took place. Yeah, I was like freaking out about this. This was 10 hours ago. Again, 2 hours before Trump made that call. Nuts. It's crazy. People have some prestige, man. I wish I had, I had my access to some of those talks and some of those dark rooms, back rooms, those back rooms. Oh God, big breaking. Jeez. I'm sorry, guys.
Stupid!
I deserve that one. Senator Justice calls for passing Bitcoin Act is fire. Yes, bring on the flames. 1 million Bitcoin buy coming. Maybe, bro. We don't know how many we hold. I swear, one of these days we're going to find out that we already hold like 500,000 Bitcoin or something, and they've been just kind of micro buying and without anyone noticing. We just don't know. Rumor is the Fed is considering an emergency rate cut, and yeah, this is all before. This is literally an hour before. You imagine if we would have got something like that an hour before. He was definitely in the room with that, though. If true stocks, Bitcoin, and altcoins will explode, yeah. BRICS news, again, got to bring you the BRICS news as much as I can find it. President Trump says China wants to make a deal and is in the process of figuring it out. This was 5 hours ago. Big God candle on Jasmine. Anyone buy that? Anyone buy that before it happened, hopefully? But yeah, we got the crypto front covering that one on, of course, the Twitter. The real news is China wants to make a deal with us. Breaking. Yes, of course, I shared a ton of those around that time. Y'all sold? You guys sold? I hope not.
Sold?
What are you, stupid? What are you, stupid?
Yeah. Hopefully you guys didn't sell. I mean, I preach the hodl game all the time. So I really hope you didn't sell. Mini Godzilla candle from Samson Mao, just as it happened 7 hours ago. I love this man. He's one of my favorite Bitcoin maxis in the world. Of course, Samson is in all those rooms with all those U.S. world leaders, all the world leaders of the world adopting Bitcoin right now, all the time. In the room. Anyway, just in Goldman Sachs reverses its recession prediction following the President Trump's 90-day tariff suspension. Bullish. That's pretty bullish. And again, that's what sent the Polygon predictions down. And then Crypto Cheese shared this one today. Sell your Bitcoin. Sell it for what? For what? Sell for what? That's what I want to know, man. What are you going to sell it for? I talk about this all the time. What are you going to sell it for? What is better? You're going to sell it for this shit? You want this? More of this? Shit. No, we don't want any more of this. Oh, come on. We're out of it. We're done with this. This is old news. The bennies are old news. And of course, it's devalued every single month by about 1% or 2%. Every single month we just keep printing more. Every single day we keep printing more. About $70,000 a second we're borrowing, guys. It's crazy. Trump gave the blue light signal at the bottom. That's right. He told everyone to buy. Everyone to buy before. Again, manipulating the market. I'm going to pay very attention to Trump's post now on True Social because this is crazy that he gave everyone a prelude to the market basically pumping. The U.S. stocks in $4 trillion in 10 minutes. Again, he probably wanted to do this again to make it look like it was going to be the best day ever, to make sure everyone's on board, everyone gets a piece of it. Because he likes the statistics. He likes the chauvinistic attitude towards, say I had the best, it was all me, I had the best day ever. I mean, if it works, it works, I guess. U.S. stocks up $4 trillion in 10 minutes. I thought it was an hour, the first hour. No, it was $4 trillion in 10 minutes, according to Kabesi letter. That's insane, guys. We are not bullish enough in our space if the stock market can add $4 trillion in just 10 minutes flat. Crazy world we live in. The Chinese embassy in the U.S. posted this today, kind of comparing the Ronald Reagan versus tariffs in the 1987 speech finds a new relevance in 2025.
When says,
oh, geez, how long was this one? I forgot. Oh, it's only a minute and a half.
It looks like they're doing the patriotic thing by
Interesting
protecting
parallel.
American products and jobs. And sometimes for a short while it works, but only for a short time. What eventually occurs is, first, homegrown industries start relying on government protection in the form of high tariffs. They stop competing and stop making the innovative management and technological changes they need to succeed in world markets. And then, while all this is going on, something even worse occurs. High tariffs inevitably lead to retaliation by foreign countries and the triggering of fierce trade wars. The result is more and more tariffs, higher and higher trade barriers, and less competition. So soon, because of the prices made artificially high by tariffs that subsidize inefficiency and poor management, people stop buying. Then the worst happens. Markets shrink and collapse, businesses and industries shut down, and millions of people lose their jobs. The memory of all this occurring back in the 30s made me determined when I came to Washington to spare the American people the protectionist legislation that destroys prosperity. Now, it hasn't always been easy. There are those in the Congress, just as there were back in the 30s, who want to go for the quick political advantage, who risk America's prosperity for the sake of a short-term appeal to some special interest group.
Interesting take. Again, this was put out by the Chinese embassy of the U.S. Interesting take, and also interesting year as well, because when he read that speech, it was the year that, of course, we had one of the largest crashes in the U.S. stock market. And so my takeaway on that is, well, obviously Reagan wasn't very pro-tariff, and what we're doing right now is kind of 100% opposite of what he was doing in '87. So isn't that a good thing, not a bad thing? I mean, I kind of feel like they're painting a poor picture here, defending this. Anyway, but of course, what we always talking about, referring to, was being negative for the U.S. markets. Okay, so China will raise tariffs for all imported goods in the U.S. from 34 to 84. Of course, this is older stuff at the beginning of the day, and we are now at the end of what I have shared today on Twitter. Fun stuff today, guys. Tons of chaos. I absolutely love it. And yeah, thank you. Thank you again, Penguin. I appreciate it. And you know who you are. You know who you are. There's a specific penguin I'm talking about out there. Jesus. Crazy stuff in our world today. Of course, now we're getting into the normies. Before I get into the normies, though, let's see if they get a passing grade today, too. I want to, of course, check it back in with the chat. How are you guys feeling? How is the doom today? Jeez, is the doom over, says Tyler Roman. Yeah. I hope not, because I got a lot of dry powder coming in next week. Damn. Sorry, Tyler. You missed it. You missed it. You should have got paid early. You got a payday loan. Not financial advice. I did not mean that in any serious context. Bring it on the fire. Yes, the fire in the chat. Let's go. We're gonna light some up here in a minute. Tell that lady to shut it. They're, of course, referring to Elizabeth Warren. She's crazy, man. She's crazy. I spelled pho as cajontes? What? It auto-corrected pho? What? I don't know what you're talking about, my guy. That's so funny. Oh, jeez. All right. So let's see what the normies are looking up today. Are they even following the world markets? I had a phone call with someone earlier today. We were talking about just how the market was and stuff, and they had no idea. It was about 3 or 4 hours after Trump had released the tariff news. And yeah, he had no clue. He had no clue. So and again, most normies, most people don't. Even the people that like have anything on the line don't even pay attention. They don't. Lakers versus Mavericks. What do the normies like? Number one, what do the normies like? They like 3 things. They like their celebrities, they like their video games, and they love their sports. And it's all we're gonna probably see today too. But let's try to give them a chance. The normies, give them a chance. All right, Lakers versus Mavericks. Inter Miami. Yes, the sports. Normies love their sports. Butter recall. A butter recall. Oh no. Butter recoil. Miles Taylor. I don't know who is Miles Taylor. I don't know. The normies know now. Cash Patel. Tariff pause. Yes, look at this. Ding, 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 ding. We've got one. We got any more? You gotta get a 4 to get an A. At least 4 to get an A. Frito-Lay Tostitos corn chips recall. Jeez. Weezer. That's an American band, isn't it? I don't know. Warriors versus Suns. Ray Shiro. PSG 1, like the sniper rifle? What? No, I don't know. I'm assuming it's sports. Michelle Obama. Why is she in the news today? Divorce. What? That's crazy. Masters par 3 contest. Right, sports. Normies love their sports. Bond market. They got a 2. We got a 2 for the normies. Let's freaking go. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting close. We got a C now. At least for the normies, get a passing grade as a C. Barely passing. Okay. All right. That's it. Mikey Rourke, Dominican roof collapse. I heard about that too. That was crazy. I think like 30 people passed away or more. And that's nuts. Weight Watchers bankruptcies. Well, they're not losing weight, are they? I don't know what's going on with Weight Watchers, but yeah, they're going through bankruptcy. A lot of companies are going through bankruptcy. All right. Moving on. So the normies, they get a C today. And of course, the big one in the room, are they looking up Bitcoin in any capacity over the last 12 months? They're kind of coming back. In the last 7 days, though, nope. They didn't even pay attention at all today. Look at this. The most spike we've seen is back, again, 5 a.m. before our market even opened here in America on Monday. Come on, normies. Come on.
Are you stupid?
You're not even paying attention. They're supposed to be back in by now. Last cycle in 2021, they were already buying up with the stimmy checks. Yeah, no one's paying attention. All right, guys. So, of course, full circle going back into Bitcoin and the heat map right now looking like it's getting explosive again. But Japan wants to buy back in. It looks like they're trying to. We might double top right here real quick. We'll also take it back into the chart and take a look and do our market prediction. Yeah, it looks like we might come back down there, up there and retest 83.5 and then find out if we're going to have enough momentum to move forward. Okay. So besides that, though, quick little recap from yesterday. Of course, yesterday we were following Bitcoin down here. It's crazy, right? We were down in the 70s. We did almost a $10,000 candle today from the bottom to the top. Almost. Look at that. Oh, about 9,000. Just barely 9,000. About 11-12% move on Bitcoin from yesterday night to now, today. But yeah, of course, we're still following our bullish trend, our super bull trend from Monday morning. Nuts. I cannot believe that's still in play. Hopefully that gets invalidated here soon because this is ridiculous. And of course, we called the bull, the bull and the baseline target. I was, again, feeling more baseline last night, but it didn't matter. We ended up going the bull route anyway. And yeah, super bears get the cry. One more day, we did not touch 70K. All right, so that's your quick recap from last night into today. Of course, we're going to clean up the chart and do some more Crypto Chaos magic tonight. And hopefully we can stay above this parallel channel. I'm so sick of looking at this parallel channel. We've been, of course, following this now since the beginning of the month, April 2nd to where we are now. So I guess it's not that long. It's only been about a week. But anyway, I think it's time to just stay above water. Let's just stay above water, shall we? Jeez. Okay, so let's see where Bitcoin's got some legs tonight. Anything else popping up in the chart in terms of like just? I'm also gonna move that that I have to move that out of the way, or I'll just keep a bias. I have to hide it. And the Crypto Chaos Magic doesn't like seeing it either. Okay, so yeah, it looks like right now we got, of course, a trend line forming. Oh man, what is going on tonight? I'm stuck on the parallel channel. Okay. I need my trend lines. There we go. Trend lines. Okay. So, yep, there we go. And, yeah, that doesn't really give me anything. Oh, my God. So we got to get a little more tighter in with that current bullish momentum. And we're already bouncing. Wow, we're even coming up higher than where we started. This is nuts. Right. I need just a clear trend. I guess we're gonna do that. That's kind of too parabolic in my opinion for anything long lasting. But you know what? I don't make the rules. And where does this end up? Look at that. Right on target. Every day I just draw lines and it comes, guys. It just lands right on top of what? Our ritual. Where are they at? I drew so much stuff on my chart, I can't even find it. Our ritual sticks. Yes, our ritual sticks for our chaos magic. That's what it lands right on top of. And what I'm referring to is, of course, the timeline, right? The timeline that is going to be the most, the biggest time frame we have for all of the volatility in our space. This is nuts. I cannot believe that. Look at that. Midnight lands right on top of it. Boom. So what happens at midnight? Well, I'll tell you. Japan is going to be roughly around their lunchtime, around between 11 and 1 a.m., which is for us here in the States, Eastern Standard Time. For them, of course, it's lunchtime. And what the people like to do on lunchtime on a Thursday afternoon? Day trade. And that's exactly what we're going to see. A market volatility blowing up around that time frame, right at the end of that bull pendant. It's just crazy. I can't. Every night, guys. Every night. I don't make this crap up. It presents itself. But anyway, as we are going to get into it, we are of course going to do a little bit of chaos magic tonight, as we do every single night. We first, I'm gonna burn myself. I'm running out of a wick here. Speaking of candles, I'm running out of a wick on the Bitcoin candle, lighting the Bitcoin candle with, of course, the famous Bitcoin pizza lighter. And yeah, we've got that. And of course, we've got our idol, the moonstone, represented by the moon. And then, yeah, we've got a little bit of Benny to sacrifice. There we go, Benny. Just go. Just a little bit. I can't burn all of you. I only got $1,000 out in the bank this week. Okay. And there we go, guys. On top of our altar, and we say our seance, Croc Chaos! Bring on the chaos, and the magic has begun. We're going to let that burn in the background a little bit. Right next to, look at this. The art of the deal. That's what happened today, right? How many quotes I heard today about the art of the deal. Silly nonsense. All right. So, looks like that bending is just about finished. Yeah, okay, there we go. All right, I gotta make sure I don't burn the freaking studio down, man. I gotta sell this place. Okay, so, and I wonder why no one's bought this yet. It's probably because the future tenants don't want to, they smell the flames when they come in here. All right, yeah, I smelled Crypto Jared. Before I go any further, let's catch up on the chat real quick. I'll see you in the morning from a wake up chaos. Crypto Jared, who needs coffee anymore? Well, I definitely need coffee tomorrow morning. I'm sure a lot of us do. Hope normies aren't waiting for meme coins. That would be too long. Yeah, seriously. Thanks for the chaos magic as always, Otaku. Yes, thank you, Matt Adam. I'll catch you guys later. But yeah, the chaos magic has begun. We're gonna, of course, do our predictions for tonight. And yeah, I mean, I'm sick of being right, guys. I'm so sick of winning
so much. You may even get tired of winning.
I am tired of winning. I want to be wrong, guys. I want to be wrong so hard in a way that, like, Bitcoin just goes like boom tonight. Or I don't even care. It doesn't even have to go to like 100K. You can go all the way down to freaking, I don't know, Clown Town at 50K or something. I just want to be wrong one night. I'm tired of winning. But anyway, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to win for you guys again tonight. We're like 70 in a row or something now. I don't know. I lost track. But anywho, yeah, so I should probably go back to every single live stream and just go back to the end of the live stream and just look at everything and recap it in one stream one day. But anyway, so yeah, it looks like right now, of course, we're going to probably play into this psychological structure, as we always typically do. And of course, confirming my bias, I'm going to go back to the heat map for free, brought to you by Kim of the White Stone Island. Don't pay for something you get for free, that's right.
Stupid.
That's right, don't pay for something you get free. And yeah, right now it looks like, yeah, Japan wants to play ball, and they're pumping. They are pumping. And right now, also, too, we're building a little bit of a ceiling. Look at that. right around, what is that? Man, I gotta really squint to see that. So it's just under 85K, right around 85K, not quite there, about 83.5, something like that. Let's check back in the chart. Yeah, right on top of where we are now, about 83.5. So we're probably more than likely going to come up there, retest it maybe twice and fall back down. That's gonna be more than likely our baseline target. Or our bearish target. We might even break it down a little earlier. I'm gonna say that's gonna be our bearish target, somewhere like that, right? Of course, in a more structured like fashion for the market's trading in its typical way it does. Of course, 9 is the open, 12 is the day trading, most volatility for the U.S. market and mostly the foreign markets too. And then we've got the close at 3 a.m. for the foreign market. All right, so yeah, what's going to happen then? We're probably going to ride this on up, chip on up, and maybe break on out, consolidate, try to get a little higher in the morning maybe, then come right back down around 3 a.m. Then kind of roll on over and retest and fall over in the American Open. That is going to be probably our base case scenario with, of course, represented by the news we saw today. How do I get this idea? Where does this idea even come from? Well, obviously, I can't take all the credit. It's the Chaos Magic. But also, we just went over all the metrics. There's the whole reason why I do this, right? We look at the sentiment, the overall feel of the market, what's trading, what's not. If we open up pretty bullish, odds are we're probably going to have a bit of a sell-off too, right? So at the end of the stream, I'm also going to give you my personal opinion where we're headed. As of right now, the momentum is looking pretty good. I don't want to get too bearish tonight, so I'm going to say that this is going to be our baseline target. I'm going to have a little bit more of a letdown on our bearish one. I'm going to say a little early. We're going to sell off into about 12, try to reclaim, retest, and then sell that off in the morning when the market opens tomorrow. So that would be, about 9 a.m. tomorrow. Roll on over for our bearish target down to, I would say that's kind of fair. Maybe even a little lower, down to about 80,009, something like that. And then we also have our bullish target as well. So bullish breakup would be something like this all the way to the top. We actually get a little higher than this. And then, of course, getting to our psychological level of about 85K. And rolling on over for the market open. I don't see a little too much more than that happening, honestly, for the markets. But then, of course, I got to bring back our, if I have it here, boom, our Monday. Wow, that's crazy. We're even higher than our Monday right now. Oh my God, are we really? That's nuts. That's crazy. Our Monday, we could probably, I'm going to do a little update to this. I'm going to keep this one where it is. Of course, this was Monday morning. I called this. But I wanted to keep it on the board because, we climbed right back up to it today. So right almost on target. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm actually just going to update if I get the color. Come on, give me the color. There we go. I'm going to just do a little update to this and say that our bullish Super Bull is going to somehow reclaim or retest back down here at some point. And then, follow suit forward. I might hide that a little bit too, so it's easier to kind of contemplate my idea. There we go. Transparency down a little bit. Okay, so that's the general idea. And then, of course, I didn't leave you guys out. I know there's some super bears in the audience. I know you guys are there. You're always there. You're always there watching, lingering, and then, of course, dumping the market when we're not paying attention. And so where's the super bear target? Well, it's a little lower now than it was before. What I mean by lower, I got to scroll down lower. It's still in the same spot. Of course, the super bears wanted to go down to Pound Town at about 70K. We could still play out this move, roll on back down, hit 80K on the dot, fall through that, hit 76, and who knows? We don't know. This is on the backs of Xi Jinping isn't going to get on that plane. He doesn't want to do anything. Winnie the Pooh just wants to sit in the corner and make frowny faces all day. I don't know. I don't know what's going to cause this. But some crazy catastrophic event could still send us back down to the Stone Ages for Bitcoin. And even 70K, again, the big grand scheme of things is not even that big of a deal. Of course, I'm going to zoom out and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about with that. Even if we were going to get sent down to 70K, we're still on a bullish structure. Let me zoom out even further in our weekly chart. Whoa, I'm just drawing all over my chart. There we go. We're still on a bullish structure till at least 50K. If we break 50K, look at this. This is the macro trend right there. If we break 50K it's looking pretty bearish for Bitcoin. Okay, so I'm still very bullish, even if we hit these lower levels, 65. I mean, 70K. It doesn't really faze me at all. It's just another step we got to go back up and climb up again. And we've been on the staircase ever since the ETFs launched, right? So boom, stair. It's about time to build another stair, right? So we can keep climbing this stairway to heaven. So that's the way I look at it anyway. And of course, I'm looking at a very, very long macro trend for Bitcoin. And of course, anything's represented on a log chart. Just go look at a log chart. All right. So anyway, going back to the chat real quick, how are you guys feeling? Did I maybe shed some bias or some fears? I don't know. I'd answer any questions you got tonight. We're still a little early. It's not quite 9:30 yet. So let me know in the chat real quick, and yeah, maybe we can go over one of your favorite coins as well. All right. Oh yeah, and don't forget too, we also have the JP Morgan target. They called this back in 2023. We were going to hit a $120,000 Bitcoin. Where the hell is it? 125,000, but I'm not sure why that's coming up. Predictions. That should be there. There's all my pins. I got some crazy stuff I have done over the years. I don't know why that's gone. Hopefully I didn't delete that, because that would not be fun to go back and try to. Anyway, so yeah, what's going on in the chat? What's going on in the chat? Headdigger says, we've all been bearish for too long. It has to stop. It has to end. Enough of the bears. I've had it. I've had it too, guys. I've had it too. Thanks for the chaos magic. Thank you. Of course. We've all been bearish for too long. What's going on, Otaku and Crypto fam? Gamma got us in the house. Hope everyone is having a great evening. Things are looking good, looking up. Hope we are keep going up. And if not, we buy the dips and we hodl. That's right. That's exactly what we do. XCN is my biggest bag. Not too shabby today. Oh yeah, we didn't take a look at XCN. I was talking about that earlier. I don't think we took a look at the chart. So I do want to take a look at that real quick. And yeah, we're over a penny there now too, which is great, because that was about 0.8 of a penny at one point this week. Somewhere around that. Yeah, about 0.8 of a penny. So XCN's definitely moving up. Look at that. Look at that. Of course, the more we zoom out, the ridiculous that candle gets. But yeah, it's a pretty good candle on the day. Up. What is that? Boom, from the bottom of the wick to the top of the wick. Had a big move. Wow, 61% at the top range. About 50% total today. That's crazy. 50% move. Nuts. Right, so what else we got? Please make it go down for the next to 70 next week. What? Tyler, come on. No. Come on. You got to be buying already, man. If you're not buying right now, how are you ever going to be super rich?
You'll be so rich, you can go on a Pokemon shopping spree.
How are you going to go out there and buy up all the Pokemon if you don't have any money in the future? My God, seriously, these Pokemon games now are insane. I kind of regret selling my collection now. Please make it go down. Say hello, Otaku and Crypto Future Crypto Millionaires. That's right, Beebs. Beebs in the house. How's it going, Beebs? Beebs in the house. We're all pre-rich. We're just pre-rich, guys. I need one more week. Come on, Tyler. No, come on. We've been stacking for years. For years, my God. Some of us. I can't speak for all. Yeah, just one more week. Danny says no more, man. No more. That's it. Danny gets what he wants, man. We're not gonna. He knows where we're headed. We're headed up to over 90,000. Of course, we're headed up to 90,000. He's Vegeta. All right. I was late. Sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, Tyler. You were late. But you know what? The show's got to go on. If you haven't caught the boat yet, I don't know. Just pull a sailor or something. Like, just sell the house, sell the chairs. We don't need a soda machine in the office. What the hell are you writing on? We use tablets. What the hell do you think these are? What the hell is this? We don't need papers and pencils and pens. just sell it all. Buy Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what's going on. And CPI tomorrow. No, that was today, but it was completely hidden by all of the ruckus. I don't even know what even came out on that. You know what? I want to take a look at that real quick. See what happened with CPI. Yeah, because I completely got, that faded on that one. CPI, was it April 9th? Yeah, April 9th, 2025. Of course, the Fed did not have a meeting today. The FOMC did not have their conference. So yeah, here we go. This is a quick little synopsis on Google. What do we got here? We got on April Oh boy, let's see. On April, where the hell? What? I just lost it. What the heck? There we go. On April 9th, 2025, the Consumer Price Index for March 2025 is predicted to show a 2.6% year-over-year increase, marking a slight moderation in inflation from February's 2.8%. And yeah, they've got, of course, a more detailed breakdown and yada, yada, yada. So yeah, we got a year-over-year increase of 2.6%. So not good. Not good on inflation. Again, why the Fed has not moved in a big way to cut rates. So yeah, not great. Not great. Of course, it's a lagging indicator, right? It's lagging. That doesn't go into effect what's really in play right now, which is what I really don't like about all this, is they're playing with people's lives. And in the end of the day, most of the normies aren't going to ever get in on our space, but they don't have to suffer. Anyway, so Tyler Roman says, I was able to double my position next week. That's okay. You'll be able to. Oh, gotcha. Fire the Fed. You can't. That's the thing. They're not part of the government. That system's so screwed up. It's so screwed up, man. It's so screwed up. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to call it for the live stream tonight. It was always fun. It's always fun. Always chaotic, too. I cannot believe how much chaos we got today. I'm looking forward to tomorrow morning, too. I'm super excited. I'm not a morning person at all. But, man, these mornings have been just phenomenal. So crazy. Oh, God, I love it. But anyway, guys, I will catch you guys tomorrow morning, right, for Crypto Coffee and Chaos. And, yeah, I bet there will be a green candle there tomorrow, too, says Heidegger. Ooh, I bet so. Well, I mean... We'll see. We'll see. Japan's dumping right now, though. I'm gonna hide that. but yeah, we'll remain bullish either way. Perma bull, as we say. Of course, we hold Bitcoin. We know where it's going, guys. We know where it's going.
The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura. Forever.
Right.
Forever, Laura. All right. I'll see you guys later. Peace.
The agency informed the NASDAQ and the CBOE that BlackRock and Fidelity's proposals are insufficient.
We can make the dollar the most attractive currency by continuing to have the rule of law.
You always print money to do that.
I suppose it would diminish our status as the reserve currency.
Just shut up. There's no expectation of privacy above the in the sky.
So Bitcoin is the solution because you can buy Bitcoin right.
At this rate, I'm gonna have to go to the bank like next week. It's like, I mean, they pennies just don't. They burn too quickly. They burn way too quickly. Later, guys. Jesus.